Hello everyone, good afternoon. So I hope you are in good condition today. So thank you for the time that given to us. So today we're gonna present about our material about BIPA teaching strategy using grammar translation method or GTM from the subject BIPA with the lectures Putusanti Oktarina, SPD, and PT. So before we start, I would like to introduce my group member. Next slide, please. For the first, Kadek Julia Ariani, the second, Niputu Raspayanti, the third, Nikade Sri Adiningsih, the fourth, Nikade Elindayanti, and the last one, me, is Niputu Ekarta Jayanti. So, regarding the material, next slide, please. There are 6 topics that we will tell. So, the first is introduction. The second is the influence of grammar translation method or GTM in BIPA. The third is combination of teaching method, GTM, and communicative. The fourth, contextual GTM and modification. The fifth, the importance of context in BIPA teaching. And the last one is GTM in learning needs. Alright, so without any further ado, for the first material will be presented by Raspa. Raspa, time is yours.
Thank you for the time. I will explain the first topic about introduction. Next slide. In the teaching of the Indonesian language, often referred to as BIPA, Bahasa Indonesia bagi Penutur Asing, BIPA is a program conducted to educate foreign speakers about the Indonesian language. As is known, many foreigners learn the Indonesian language at various universities in different countries. Given this, a BIPA instructor needs to use appropriate strategies or methods in teaching foreigners so that they can easily understand what has been taught previously. In this case, the GTM or grammar translation method is effective and good to use when teach the foreign learner. Next slide, please. The second topic is about the influence of grammar translation method or GTM in BIPA. GTM tends to be more successful in improving vocabulary mastery compared to mastery of grammatical structures. Although this method has a positive impact on aspect of comprehension, the differences in the increase in mastery of grammatical structures indicate that the GTM method might have specific advantages in certain learning contexts. Next slide, please. And for the next material will be continued by my friend. Time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So today I want to continue. Today I will present about combination of teaching method, GTM, and communicative. The first is applying a combination of GTM and communicative methods show more significant improvement in vocabulary mastery, grammatical structures, and speaking skills. When it compares the control group, is according by Sari and Cahyono 2019. And the last is there is Sulistyowati and Utami in 2018 also made valuable contribution regarding the GTM method. They proposed modification to GTM by adding conceptual element to the teaching practice. The results show that the GTM method and rates with this context is more effective in improving vocabulary mastery, grammatical structures, and speaking skill when compared with the traditional application of the GTM method. So the next material will be presented with my friend. Sri, the time is yours.
All right, thank you, Julie. Next slide, please. Okay, the next material is a contextual GTM and modification. Research conducted by Kusuma Wardani and Rahayu in 2020 made a significant contribution to the development of the grammar translation method, or GTM. In the context of the teaching Indonesian foreign speaker, BIPA, they propose a modification of GTM by adding meaningful tasks in the learning process. The result of this research are interesting because they show that the task-based GTM method is able to provide more effective improvement in mastery of vocabulary, grammatical structure, and speaking skill. The importance of integrating meaningful tasks in the BIPA learning method gives rise to deep reflection regarding effective teaching strategies. Therefore, this research provides the basis for a more contextual and applicable approach in learning Indonesian by providing tasks that are relevant and meaningful for foreign learner. BIPA educator need to choose an integrated learning method that allow foreign students to easily understand and apply what was previously taught. Next slide, please. Okay, the next is the importance of contact in BIPA teaching. The result first, teaching Indonesian for foreign speaker BIPA using the grammar translation method, or GTM, had proven to be effective. The approach focused on translation and memorizing vocabulary. By memorizing every word, foreign learners have a greater opportunity to easily pronounce word or sentence in Indonesia. GTM also ensured that each topic or material that is presented in commonly used local language, facilitating understanding for students. Ratio 2, the GTM approach enabled effective interaction between a teacher and foreign learner. In the teaching process, both of them can communicate on various topics using their respective mother tongue use. This creates an inclusive and supportive learning environment, allowing foreign learn to adapt more quickly to Indonesian language. Thus, the use of GTM in BIPA teaching not only help memorize vocabulary, but also encourage the learning experience through direct communication. The success of BIPA teaching with the GTM can also be seen from the emphasis on understanding topic and material in local language. This provides foreign learners with an in-depth understanding of the cultural context and social environment in which Indonesian is actively used. Thus, this approach not only facilitates vocabulary mastery, but also strengthens a holistic understand of Indonesian language and culture from Hesti et al. 2019. That's all for me. Next material will be continued by my friend Linda. Time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Gipmanjumi. I want to explain about the GTM in learning. The teacher's approach is essential to ensuring the effectiveness of the learning. One aspect that need to be considered in the adapting the material to students and the color level ability. BIPA teachers should prioritize understanding the level of language skill of each student so that the material present can suit the needs and abilities of each individual. And then the teacher also have the responsibility to ensure the students are able to apply Indonesia in the various contexts. This includes the ability to speak, write, read text, and the understanding Indonesian culture, along which allow objective BIPA teacher can design activities that support the development of the student. Communication skills so that they not only understand grammar but can also play in the activity in the everyday life in the situation. Okay, the next continue by moderator. Moderator, the time is you.
Right, that's all about our material about BIPA teaching strategy using grammar translation method. So for the conclusion of this material is teaching Indonesia to foreign speakers or BIPA uh, requires a careful approach to ensure effective understanding for learners. One method that has been proven successful is the grammar translation method or GTM. The importance of adapting GTM in the BIPA teaching context lies in the teacher ability to embed an element that suit the specific needs of students. Thus, BIPA teachers are expected to be able to provide learning that is appropriate and relevant to the level of understanding and needs of each individual. Next slide, please. All right, so if you have any question, suggestion, or different opinion, so you can type on comment section. Next slide, please. All right, I think that's all that we can tell. We do apologize if there are some mistakes that we made. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Thank you.